left school when I was 14. Went to work for Frank Curtis, the boat builder. He was building not motor torpedo boats, but high-speed motor launches for MTBs, as it was called. That couldn't be right. Anyway, MLs they were, and I got a job there as electrician apprentice. Started in, that would be 1941. Left school 1941, and went down to work there. And I still got my deed of apprenticeship. I know where that one is. He's upstairs somewhere. And Alan Pape signed that one, is representing Frank Curtis. And 5 shillings a week that was for. But before then, when I was still at school, I used to deliver groceries for Albert Minty down on the corner shop down Princess Square. And I still got the basket that I used to carry the groceries, only a little basket. Used to carry the groceries in. Albert Minty, he couldn't afford to have a bicycle. Some of them were international stores. They had bikes with the things in the front. You could put the baskets in the front. Father and his older brother, there's 3 brothers and a sister. But the oldest one, Jack Pengelly, he was a bit of a scamic, and they used to tie a rope from the house over there across the Annaford Road up onto the bell tower, and at night time they pulled this rope and clanged the bell. And they thought they had ghosts or something. And they used to do that regularly. And Father was there with them. Then Father was born there, and then they moved down to Island House, where the fire station is now. That was a lovely, really old premises. Belonged to the Westlow Town Trust, and they used to rent it. And there were several Pengelly families in there. One of them was my grandfather's brother. Grandfather was called Robert Walter Pengelly, and he married a Lizzie Pierce. And his brother had part of the cottage as well, and that was Aunt Dora and Mighty Pengelly, Ulf Pengelly he was, and Harry Pengelly, and that it was all demolished to make way for the fire station, because the fire station then people didn't have cars and motorbikes to get to the fire soon, so they used to all run to the fire station to get on the unit to go out, so and that's why it had to be somewhere locally handy. So they took it all down. It's a shame, really. It would have been nice if it had stayed like that. But before then, the fire station was down there in Princess Square still, in one of the garages sort of thing. And then during the war, they had the base was over in the Guildhall, underneath where the cells are. And I was a messenger boy for it was the auxiliary fire service then. And messenger boy on this bloody bike, and used to go around chasing up the firemen if they hadn't got out in time to go on call. But they went up, I didn't go, but some of them went up to Plymouth during the Blitz to help up there. And they really did some good work. But here in the town, we didn't know the war was on. I mean, we had a massive incendiary bombs was dropped, but they all dropped in the river and went up all the way up the river up to Tranant Point. And the next morning, all those kids was down there picking them up and putting them away for souvenirs. Everybody in Westlow, I think, had an incendiary bomb in their house.
Safe, like.
Oh, safe, yeah. We had ours for years and years, I know.
Live one.
Yeah, well, they went in. Yeah, see, because they'd been in the water and they flared up, I suppose, a bit. Yeah. But then they dropped the bomb up Sunrising, and that was the only bomb, I think, that went into Looe. But there was a landmine, called it a landmine, I guess it was a mine that was being laid out in the channel. The Germans were out there laying mines on the approaches to Plymouth for the naval ships. And we used to go out as a crowd of boys and girls on Sundays, because nobody lived on the island. We used to go out there and spend the day on the island, couple of boats, and have good times with everybody. And when we came in one evening, it was about 20 to 6, I think, near enough 6 o'clock. I remember church service was just starting, and there was this hell of an explosion, and the Germans had dropped the mine. It hit the top of the island. It come down on a parachute. It hit the top of the island, blew a bloody great hole in the island, and we all went out there next Sunday looking for bits of shrapnel and stuff like that. But
I remember somebody saying that the island had been hit.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
But there was a little church on the island, wasn't there?
No.
Was there never a
that's
little church?
not to my knowledge.
Oh,
Not to
right.
my knowledge.